heartbreaking scenes for Sentinels, SENS cities, and the fans. Man, I mean, what a run that they had this year. Definitely something special. We've talked about how this team had like a little bit of a tough transition in the midseason, but at the end of the day, they came out on top, even though they kind of slipped into in the NA playoffs. They had those champions points to carry them over. They go into the group of death, survive it, come out here, make a statement in playoffs by going the way they did, even though not being able to convert those wins in the upper bracket, still surviving in the lower, and now having to face Team Heretics. I mean, in my opinion, like the favorite in the event. At least now that I'm like thinking about it, not necessarily this match, but earlier on when I started seeing them play. So what's really interesting about this team in general is just the compositions, the ways they play, the options they have. I've never seen this team limited. I've never seen this team uncomfortable. They just flow and they just do a bunch of crazy stuff. So comp v comp here. Okay, a lot of A lobby control utility in terms of these three agents, Neon, Breach, Sova. So it looks like the name of the game here is to abuse the fact that John QT is playing Cypher and not Killjoy. Killjoy is usually going to place a molly somewhere on B to deny the plant. Breach is usually going to be in this A link here, throwing a drill and stopping the plant. So it looks like the name of the game right now is, alright, put the wall down, have someone play in sight or on the wall, have wingman to plant, and then we have, okay, raze nade. Okay, then we have a mosh pit. Then we have 2 swarms. Okay, and then we can start spamming. So we have 4 ways of getting them off the bomb in a B bomb site defuse. We can play around the wall. We can slow the retake. This is the name of the game. So it looks like Team Heretics are coming into this with a hard anti-strat and game plan to abuse Sentinels. And when I was watching this, seeing it, I mean, now it looks like that Team Heretics have like overcooked. So a different approach, not just doing the wall plant now, doing a deeper extension with that deeper dizzy and nade being invested. A little loud there. Bomb being planted, 5v5 here. Sentinels, classic A lobby retake here. Saucy insane first blood. Veggie extremely quiet map. I thought it was over. I thought it was Sentinels 2-0. First blood here. Saucy backing up to Hunter's Fury. Celsius trying to stay alive, picks up a gun. Zekin's right there with him. Power of friendship, 5v3. No true pressure yet. Rans can throw. The Mosh here, he's gonna die. Boo, stuck on the wall in sight, no good. Bomb being defused, and this is gonna be your second under 2-second defuse from Sentinels, and it looks like Team Heretics are crumbling right now. We've talked about throwing teams curveballs, showing them a different game that they aren't used to practicing up against and the value that it can get. Here's an example of kind of like what that looks like. So take a look at the satchel wall play here. Oops, actually I hit the key on my keyboard there. Satchel wall up over the wall. ADS trying to take a fight, barely missing on Saucy. Digs him through the wall there and able to back up. So this is the type of stuff that can throw teams off, even at the highest level in the game. They are not going to remember what's possible going up against these type of agents. So Heretics only down 4-1 here, but at the end of the day, they still have a read on the game. Big pace change call coming in here from them. They get intense face, kill him. 5v4 now in the way of Heretics. John, no real space to play here. Great stun coming out from Celsius. John's good for 1. 3v4 now. Check out the way the Heretics are going to play this bomb site. So even without the decision to res, look how the wall is being used. Do you see how the wall isn't being used straightforward in some linear way? It's slanted, right? Where, part of the map is, let's just say this is, kind of like the wall of the map. Boo is in a spot where he can play behind these angles. He's creating angles in the bomb site for himself. He's not hiding in a normal spot that they can see. He's creating spots where he can play in the bomb site, and he knows the only real flushing utility that they don't have the swarms. It's only really the breach drill. So in the man disadvantage here, some util is going to be used with an ult, and off the death, Zelsa sitting and waiting, trying to play the gap. He's going to be able to get the kill onto Boo on timing here, and now he's going to get ready to use his ult. Behind the ice. I don't know if I agree with it. Trying to use ults to win rounds, which I respect, but the wingman counters Saucy, who really isn't peeking with the intent to kill there. He was trying to just clean everybody up, unsuspecting that they were going to be ready for him to peek. Rand's buying time here. Pretty unwinnable situation. But even though, again, Team Heretics are down, 1-4. They have a C split in the previous round, and they immediately go back to C. They're trying to focus on these win conditions. They're here to play. Here we go with Heretics with the read on the game. Look at the spread here. Zelsis has moved over to help the C site because he expects it to be abused. Insta double satchel paranoia going in. No stopping utility on B right now. Rocket going to be used to buy a lot of time and get the bomb down. He's going to wait for the very kind of bottom of that fuse there, and then he's going to shoot it to gain space. Tenz bringing out the operator. We see him do this a lot after timeouts. 4v2, Boo playing in the bomb site by himself. Here he is on a randomly created angle. He's going to get tagged. He's going to have to burn a slow and try to live. He is trying to buy time and bait out util. He does not need to get a kill to get value. He gets the drill out, the stun out, a lot of utility out there. Very good. 5v5 post plan. Tenz up on top, kind of sunset B oriented. Benji might get caught out here. Gotta be careful. Nade to deny. Benji goes down. No swarms in play anymore. Paranoia hits 2 of his teammates, unfortunately. Second still able to go for 1. Rien's left into the 1v3 here. Cleans it up. Heretics continue to move forward. Momentum is in their way now. Look at the pace Team Heretics are playing. They're not slowing the game down on you anymore. They're not doing these low and slow burn rounds. I mean, we're seeing Miniboo double satchel out instantly. They're using an ult or 2 that they have online to win rounds. Look at the target utility. There's no chance to play if you're Sentinels here. There's nothing to do. 5v4. Anti-plant utility, unable to be used here. Walls, slows, counter util. And after going for this poke, looking to try to get a kill for John. Drone coming out, spotting a player or 2. And there's just no winning this. Thrash back online. So much util, still able to use. Benji went off his ult. Boo has an ult and a slow. Wingman, Dizzy, Swarm. What can you do? You gotta get in front of the util of your Sentinels now. They took an early timeout, and it's here to punish them. Now we're at a point where Tenz has just had enough.
And rotates the wrong spot. Sentinels, when they get to their attack side, they know how to manipulate the rotation.
He's just had enough. He's like, you know what? I'm just going to keep peeking. I'm just going to peek. I'm not going to play retake anymore. Look at him. That's in front of a raze nade there. A mosh. Going to throw his paranoia and make a play on good timing. And this is what you need. This is what you need out of a star player here. 1 for Tenz. Trying to get another. Here's 2. Zelsis able to clean up as well. Peeking for a 3rd. He's had enough, man. This is who we need to see. And we're going to see him today. This isn't going to be just the end of it. With the start that they had, going up 4-1 on this map, Team Heretics got some momentum off the timeout. Watching this round, you're like, oh, it's over. Even though it's 7-5. I mean, you're watching this and you think that it's over. Okay. Watch the way they slow this down here. 3v3 here. Spawn being contested with the one-way. Log position being held. Watch how the garage players are just going to take their time. They're not going to use all their utility to get out. They're going to get ready to go together on good timing. They hear the swarm come out. Sitting, waiting, holding, letting the time go down. Look at the timing on the dart here. Second gets out with a reveal, able to close it. I mean, that was a nice retake. This is really where your Team Heretics comp will shine. In the retake, whether it's an advantage situation or not, this wall wingman combo is so difficult to deal with. 3v4 here. Sentinels know they have to take space. They can't just sit and wait. Stun for one way. Paranoia the other. Cosmetic ability. 2v3 now, slowing it down. Rien's contesting. Miniboo, great backstab there. 2v1 now. Need to burn an ult to win a round, no problem. And there's the power of that retake with all that utility, taking away positions and being able to combo so easily. Crazy scenes here from Boo, going for a knife down 9-7. I couldn't believe it watching it. Man advantage gained for Heretics. No wall online though, just wingman. Bomb site slowly being cleared here. Util getting traded out. Benji, way too early. Cannot be playing on that timing. Drop to John in the 1v2, 1v1. Able to clothes. And he feels the energy, man. And here's one of your mistakes from Sentinels in the post plant. How can you win this? One spraying lower, one guy peeking on top. You got 4 pieces of ice to break through. This is a really, really big mistake here from Sentinels. Could have been map losing. Coming into the map of ICEBOX here, the interesting dynamic to realize is tenz just came off of a 29 kill game. He's going to go into a more supportive role of the KO. I don't know if it really would have came down to it. This map was close. It wasn't like very close. It was close. But I'm wondering if tenz was more, if he was on that Omen again, whatever map it ended up being, if they actually could have closed the game out with him carrying that momentum over, because it is such an important thing. He's going to be completely shifted into a different gear, supporting. Here he is dying first with utility, right? What if he isn't on this role? Could have they been able to close this out 2-0? Now, Benji here, getting ready to go for a wrap. He just had a 5-kill map where he was minus 13. The pistol round that he gets here is going to completely wipe that from his memory. And it's going to be a part of the reason why this team stays alive on this map of ICEBOX. Look at the face cam on that kid when he gets that clutch. He needed that so badly. I cannot tell you how bad he needed that to get back into this game. Heretics have been plagued by first deaths. I mean, they're getting the bomb down, but they're never able to convert out these rounds. Finally, they're going to get one in their way here. Down 6-2. tenz punished. He's being called Terminator in the server currently. Woot getting ready to use his thrash, trying to time it off of the drone. Pretty weird pathing here from Rians. It looks like he was intentionally trying to protect the drone and not fly it high so he could get close. Scaling utility used. Zelsis going through alone, dying. Zekin, a little bit of an unintentional bait there, now punished. 2v4 situation for Sentinels. Gonna have to give it here. And Team Heretics are now showing signs of life. You've got to be kidding me, right? I mean, you've got to be kidding me, right? One player detained. tenz knife scans 3. They don't know who it is. Boo's going to go uncleared behind the wall. Good for 2. Everybody's going to run up and help him now. Good for 3 on the round. Zelsa's left into a 1v3. That could have been the 9-3 half there secured for Sentinels if they win that round and get ready to be able to close out the next 2. But it just feels like it's slipping. It's not a horrible thing, but it just feels like it's slipping when you're watching the Sentinel side. Zelsis barely missing out on that conversion there. Team Heretics intentionally using the man advantage to trade that out. Moving to 6-4. It's crazy to see the amount of risk that Team Heretics take. They do not care how hard they're getting punished or how unfortunate it plays out. They keep doing it. 3v3 situation here. Going to completely forfeit the bomb site. This could potentially be a little tendency abuse coming in from the coaching staff of Team Heretics, knowing what John likes to do in these settings, or whatever the context is. Immediately 3 moving away from A, and Woot is going to go walk the tube on 10 HP. What's great about this play is that Woot has nothing. No kit, nothing online, just 10 health. So he can use himself to gain information rather than play for some round win or some bait. That can be the way that he gets value. So Boo here is going to face check this orb, get a second running away, and now he just has to wait for the plant. He just needs to sit and hold. Tap comes through, doesn't see Straussi's shoulder, sitting, waiting, letting the boys try to spot him out. Flank comes through, converted. Team Heretics, here we go. I can't tell if it's anti-stratting, game planning, whatever it is, but I don't know if I could sit here and agree with the call. Team Heretics are on a bonus round. Sentinels on their first gun round with 3 light armor players. And without even 20 seconds passing, they're going to exec the A bomb site. 2 players are found. Miniboo's going to take a fight. Zekin just out in the open getting cut out. Where is everybody? How are we falling to that? Moshpit is able to secure a second one with the refight utility. And now, in the 3v5, they're in a prime position to get bonused and let the map just slip away. Look at Boo. We talked about the risk taking. I mean, he just doesn't care. He doesn't. He doesn't care if he gets punished. He doesn't care how good or bad he's doing. He plays the exact same. You see it a lot in the IGLs. You really do. Trying to get in here on the timing of the dart. Zelsis is all the way up. He's going to be good for one on the recon. 3-person setup, backside, Zelsis for another, but an instant gun down triple trade from Heretics. And here they go. These are rounds you cannot lose with the context. John put down to 30 HP. Look at him play out in the open here. Tenz default and Saucy top white. Now both angle out and just give the round right back to Heretics. Inexcusable. 3v2 here now. Boo with an ult online, able to drop it on the bomb and apply pressure. Second trying to walk up on timing. Zelsis, no swarms left. Nothing mid-sight. Benji kills Zelsis. 2v1, has to use all of his bullets on the bomb. And by the time he's going to be able to kill Boo, Rance is going to be able to swing and trade. Bomb being halved. Heretics move up to 9. And Sentinels really now feel that it's slipping. Here we go. Ult pulsing for Benji. Retakes all the space. Tenz dying first. Guy that went 30 and 5 last map. Getting dropped out of this scenario. Unable to bait anybody. 1v1 here for Zelsis. Legacy 1v1 against Boo. Finds the position. A little bit of a nervous adjustment here. Drops his gun for a 5-bullet Vandal, tapping the orb instantly. And now he's going to sit and walk. Turret, no contact. Doesn't want to reveal his position. He's with 5 ammo here. Watch the gunfight he's going to get into. He's going to go down to almost 0, and he isn't going to be able to convert. I can't sit here and support that decision. An unbelievable way to lose a round, a map, or a series. Some sort of disconnect here on the mouse. 4v4 now. Sentinels with a potential perfect round call here to get back into the game and potentially come back and win this map. Now forced into the A bomb site, sitting and waiting for the bomb to be delivered. John with an ult online. Benji getting in front and just disrespecting Zelsis. Just doesn't let him play it. He knows that he's either alone or not everybody's here, so he's going to make a play. Neon ult pop, trying to face his Saucy. He dies. Tenz trying to plant the bomb here. No good. 3v1. They're going to slow it down. Pit's going to drop instantly, and Boo's going to shit on him. And that's it for ICEBOX. We're watching this, we're thinking, okay, breathe, you know. We let that one slip, let's get on the same page, let's work together here. And then you see a pistol round like this, and you just get sick to your stomach. Solo peek punished, spam through the box. 5v2 instantly for Team Heretics. It cannot look easier for them. No. Not the chosen one. No. I can't prove it, but it really feels like emotion is the thing that's leading these calls or ideas out for Sentinels. Look at the pace of this round being down 3-0. I just can't sit here and agree with it. Updraft dash, punish, Tenz walking it by himself dead, 3 people sitting back and watching. No sort of follow-up scaling, bad timing, being dropped into another man disadvantage, and they bought down into this. They wanted to plan to win this round. They had a Guardian online, they have a Bulldog online, they had a Hunter's Fury online, unless they grabbed on the orb right there. But we can't see this pace against them when they know they're not going up against an operator. They've got to be able to slow it down. Timeout, give Sentinels a chance to get back into the game. They've got 2 rounds in a row now. KO online popped, looking like they can come alive here. Check out the pathing here from Zekin. Updraft dash, clearing back sight. First blood. Zelsis peeking, spammed and knocked. Didn't have to commit to that fight, but he still decides to do it. Rand's disrespecting. Tap Sassy through the smoke. He's got 3 on the round when Zelsis' body fades. 4v2 now. Was a 5v4 for Sentinels. Tenz stuck in the bomb site. John falls early. No good. Team Heretics are chewing him up and spitting him out. They know they've got Sentinels. Watch how this round plays out here. Set play, Sova ult trap coming in mid. Dash for Miniboo. Insta first blood. Second falls to Woot. 5v3. Sentinels cannot get a main advantage to save their lives. Pissed around. Second on a great off angle. He is not going home today, is what he's telling himself. He is not letting this game slip. They had the chance to go to bind. They elected to go to Abyss and play their first rep on it. 4 rounds on a really lackluster attack. Now they get to play the defense. Second, getting his team the first blood here. Now in the 5v4. Retake is going to get sped up. Zelsis, unfortunately, is going to get insta-killed there. He just has not had a chance to play all game so far. Nice retake utility here. That's 3 hits on the paranoia. Zekan able to convert. Going to go back out here in a second when Saucy walks out. Trades in the way of Sentinels for a second, but it slips. Back to a 1v1. Zekan doesn't make a play with the dash, which really surprised me. He goes for a misdirection, trying to bait Boo to move. He's going to have to spike as soon as he clears this angle. Thinks Boo's playing time. No star placed. Might not know if he has one or not. Bomb halved. Tap to draw him out again. Huge mistake for Boo for peeking. Punished. Ace. Zekan is online. Another sub 2 second defuse. Can you believe it, man? Anti-Sova ult play coming out here from Sentinels. A 4-person B stack. Set play. Going to be good for not 2, not 1, but 0. Zelsis trapped into the back of the site against alt scaling players, currently 1 and 13. We saw this from John last map, 1 and 12. Just can't get online. He's left in a 1v5 and he's just going to have to save. Do Sentinels regret making that play? I wouldn't think so. Going up against the Sova ult, trying to get in front of the utility, but at the end of the day, now left at almost no money, it's tough. And crazily enough, Sentinels are going to force. They're going to go almost all the way down. John only guy with some reserve money left. Tenz, headshot through a smoke, gets a kill. Re-peeks reveal, dies. Saucy gets another 4v3 now. Trying to do some damage onto the players here. Shock's not doing much. Taking his time, has drone online. Let's see the retake and the man advantage for the Sentinels. No capitalization. Knife is going to get 2 scans. Woot missing. Saucy trying to make a play on the weak side here. Flash dart, John punished. Zelsis gets one with his stinger. But Zekan's going to fall, peeking the other side. 1v2 for Zelsis. 2 and 14, trying to convert, nothing. Nowhere to go. Heretics up to 11. I can't believe they went this way. 12-7. Champs on the line, the year on the line, the season on the line. Saucy Zekan. 2v3 attempt here. Star to deny the first tap. Zekan insane shot punishing Miniboo. Knives popped, looking for one. It all comes down to this. Right here. Yoru clone gets punished. Right click doesn't connect. And that is how it ends for SENS City. First thing that should jump out at your screen here is the tenz and Zekan performance today. I mean, unbelievable. 29 and 10 on Haven. 220 ADR on Omen. Trying to keep his life here. Team is alive. 26 and 16. 210 ADR in the Jet. But unfortunately, you know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And Team Heretics showed us that today. 2-1 reverse sweep onto Sentinels. I can't say that I agree with this bind band here. I think that they thought they were anti-stratted or prepped on, and they pocketed Abyss up for this moment. The execution really wasn't there. They had a couple ideas, a couple plays that could have went their way, but unfortunately weren't there today. John 7-16, Saucy 6-16, Zelsis 4-18. 3 players under 100 ADR, right? How do you excuse that? You know, what's your excuse? I'd say this is your excuse to be under 100. 20 assists, maybe. You know, I'm fine with somebody being under 100 if they're doing that. But at the end of the day, if we aren't getting these kills, we aren't getting these trades, whatever it is, we can't win. The game starts there. You have to shoot. You have to get kills, or we can't even begin to consider everything else. So Team Heretics are going to get their revenge here in the lowers, eliminating Sentinels. I mean, pretty unreal, just team-wide performance from them. You don't see any crazy standouts. Rian's definitely lights out here, specifically on the Abyss ending, but had plenty of moments here. on ICEBOX and Haven, where he was just clutching or just doing good in general. Okay, we have our kind of like star player like on this team, like pretty identified, you know, outside of Wu, outside of Benji, outside of Mini Boo, Boo, top rating on his team right now. It's just crazy to think that any of these guys can step up at any moment. Their confidence never wavered. Didn't matter how good or bad it was going for them. They made the same exact plays. They're the same exact players, no matter how good or bad they're doing. I think that is like a really under, you know, not talked about topic in terms of championship level teams. So being that I'm up now trying to get this game in here. Heretics are up 1-0 on Leviathan. EDG advanced to the grand final. The event's been insane. Just want to say thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys are followed on all the socials down below, including my Twitch where I stream. If you want to get better at the game, join my Discord. Check out the options I have for coaching. I got more coming. Thank you again so much. T-Dog out of here. Deuces.